Dude, this show, man, I gotta talk about this thing, man. I have to talk about this show. Let's get it. Hey everybody, I am going old school with this review. I'm going back to like 10, 15 years ago. This is a vlog review. I just really just want to talk about this show. That's what I want to do. I just want to talk about this show. I don't want any fancy clips or editing. I just want to have like a conversation, a water cooler conversation. Grab your iced coffee, smash the like and subscribe button, and let's talk about Welcome to Derry. Now, I did do a couple shorts, and I think that's how I'm going to cover this show for the most part. After I watch an episode, I'll do like a YouTube short, a TikTok short, and I'll just kind of give my initial reaction of the episode. So I got done watching episode 2 about a couple hours ago, and I did my YouTube short. If you have my TikTok, go check out my TikTok because my reaction is much longer. I had to take a 2-minute reaction and cut it down to under 60 seconds because WB wanted to copyright me, and it wouldn't even, like, I don't even care about the revenue, but it just completely blocked out that short all over. So I had to like constantly go in and take this 2-minute clip and edit it under 60 seconds in order to upload it. So you're just getting me going, oh, this is good, I like this, and that was it. So like, I'm gonna basically go over everything I thought about with the first 2 episodes. But if you guys want to check out my TikTok, I believe it's Robert Storms 84. You guys can go check out my TikTok and definitely go and subscribe to that. Follow me over there. Yeah, I do a lot of TikTok content lately. So I'm actually just checking the profile right now and seeing like, is it yeah, it's Robert Storms 84. So I do have a lot of TikToks over there, as well as Superman reactions. I do like long form reactions over there because TikTok is not strict when it comes to copyright. So I'm able to actually do reactions over there. So yeah, definitely go over there and check that out. I promise you this was not a plug for TikTok, but you know, it is there. So I do have stuff that's on my YouTube channel, but there's more content over there and it's longer form content. So anyway, Welcome to Derry. Now look, so I enjoyed it chapter 1 and chapter 2. You know, I get a lot of slack from people when I say, oh, it was one of my favorite comedies of the year, because I didn't find those movies terrifying or scary in the least. I really found it quite humorous. It was like, you know, like Stand By Me, Stranger Things, and I know that Stephen King's It, you know, that was a novel from decades ago, and really Stranger Things kind of borrowed on what It and Stand By Me and all that stuff has done. So, like, I'm not trying to compare them, but you know, for a lot of people, their first exposure is like Stranger Things. So we get to feel like, oh, this has some Stranger Things feeling to it. I really enjoyed those 2 movies a lot. I seen them both in theaters. I really liked them. This show, when I saw the trailer, it was like, oh, okay, I'm interested in it. Like, I like the period piece of it taking place in the 60s. I love that time period. I just love the aesthetic, the cars, the feel, the small town feel of the 60s. I just really like that. And I was like, okay, this is cool. You know, HBO has never let me down, whether we're talking about House of Dragon, Game of Thrones, Penguin, Peacemaker. Like when you think of HBO, like it is the gold standard of television series. It's what every other platform tries to be and wants to be. It's what really inspired, I feel like, Andor. Andor is like the first HBO Max feeling show that we've gotten on Disney Plus, the only one on Disney Plus. But we have like great shows all over the place, whether we're talking about Paradise, Alien Earth, My Friends Love Tulsa King. Like, there's so many different shows, but HBO and WB has always been the gold standard of television. So I liked the first 2 movies, It Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. So when I found out they were doing a series on HBO Max, like, this was a guaranteed watch. You know, even if I just casually watch it, it was just a guaranteed watch. And I watched the first episode, and holy crap, man. Now, I'm not going to hold punches and avoid spoilers. I assume you guys already watched the first 2 episodes. But the first episode was absolutely insane. Now, the first 15 minutes, the first opening scene of episode 1 was absolutely insane. We meet this kid, Maddie, and he's in the movie theater, and I guess he's trying to run away from Derry, and he kind of like gets picked up as a hitchhiker, and this family brings them back to Derry, and like this crazy shit happens where the wife starts giving birth to like this demon kid, which ends up just killing everybody in the car, and the kids and the families chanting like O-U-T, O-U-T. I believe they were chanting O-U, like spelling out the word out, like out, out, out. And it was crazy, man. It was really crazy. And you thought like It Chapter 1 was crazy with the opening scene with Georgie and, you know, Pennywise just ripping that poor kid's arm off, killing the kid. It was sort of like that feel. And it quickly set up the stakes of this show is not going to hold punches. And I was like, holy crap, man. Like, this show did not hold punches. And then I'm watching the episode and I'm starting to like vibe with these characters. I'm like, okay, obviously these are the kids that we're going to follow in this series. Okay, they're investigating what happened to Maddie. There's some like investigation. It's very much like the It movies where the kids are starting to investigate what's going on in this town. And then we get to the final scene and every one of the fucking kids get murdered. And I'm just like, what the hell? You spent the entire episode bait and switching me, and I fucking loved it. I fucking loved that they had the balls to just murder every one of those kids, except for two, except for the white girl who I guess her dad was murdered. She found her dad murdered. I don't know her entire backstory, but she spent some time in an insane asylum. And of course, the black girl whose father and her work at the movie theater. I'm not sure if the father owns the movie theater, but they clearly work at the movie theater. So the black girl, who, by the way, standout character. This girl is absolutely phenomenal. I just want to throw a shout out. The entire cast, the black cast, is phenomenal in this fucking series, right? The little girl, the father, the grandma, the two military guys, the military guy's wife. We even get the white guy from a Mortal Kombat Annihilation who played Raiden. I mean, he was in the other thing, but the black cast in this movie, or in this series rather, is just absolutely phenomenal. And I messaged DJ and Gascar, and I was like, this cast is about 50% black, okay? This is the series that's taking place in the 1960s. Half the cast is black, and you don't hear none of the grifters online going, oh, this show it's woke. Oh, this show is woke. Oh, it's all black characters. They're throwing black characters. Like, it's the 1960s. Why are there so many black characters? You know why they're not saying it? Because it's fucking phenomenal. That's why. How do you shut up grifters? By putting out a high-quality product. Great acting, great writing, great directing, great story, high-quality fucking entertainment. If you want people to shut up about the Acolyte and some of this other shit, come out with high-quality writing. Make your shows good, and the grifters won't be able to grift shit. You can't say anything about this cast being black or being forced upon us because they are phenomenal. Phenomenal. This black actor on the far right, I don't know his name, but god damn it, I'm going to know his name because that dude is on point. This actor does so much with nothing. His facial expression, his dry facial expression. This dude is hitting it out of the park. Man, the father, the daughter, the grandma, you feel like this is a family that love each other. The black military officer and his wife, like, man, they are knocking out. And I didn't even get to the military guy's son, who's also on point. We didn't get to see a whole lot of him. He just kind of debuted in this episode, but already you're starting to see like how do you shut the grifters up and say it's not woke? By putting out high quality content. And that's what this series is doing. So, like I said, they had the balls in the very first episode to just slaughter all these kids. They set this up for a perfect bait and switch where it's like, oh, here are your characters. These are the kids that we're going to follow through the entire season. Just like we did the kids in the It movies. Here are all the children. And we're going to start to investigate all the weird shit that's going on in Derry. And then the last 15 minutes, we are going to kill everybody. And I'm like, this is fucking great. Like, this is awesome. I was so happy that it was just like, you thought you were going to get something? Nah. Fuck that. We're wiping out everybody. And I was like, yes, Thank you. It was like the red wedding, for Christ's sake. Like, we're just showing up like, oh yeah, these kids, man, I can't wait to find out more about it. And these kids were phenomenal. It wasn't like these kids were bad acting. Like these kids were phenomenal. That one little white kid, the young one who had like this weird comb over that was like looking for Maddie, like this dude has some acting chops. Like, we're going to see these kids showing up somewhere else. Like, these were great child actors, and they just fucking wiped them off the fucking boards. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. We're gonna kill all of you guys. Like it was so good, man. It was so good. I was like, man, like they do not care. Like, they do not care. And I absolutely love it. This was the cast that was completely like eliminated. This was the kid with the curly hair that I was telling you, like this kid is phenomenal, right? All three of these kids were phenomenal, and they just completely wiped them off the board. They just like complete utter reset. We're resetting it. And I just want to point out there were white kids that were killed. And again, no grifters are going, they killed all the white kids for black people. No, because it's phenomenal. Go sit in your mama's basement, you grifter son of a bitches. Oh, this show is just phenomenal. So like I said, we end the final episode just completely wiping people out. It is super metal. It is great. So how we get in episode 2? Like, how are you going to top that? We top it by doing nothing. Nothing. And I'm just like, this is fucking brilliant. This is great. This is why I watch this stuff. This is fucking cinema. I mean, there are scenes in episode 2. Like, there's a scene with the black girl, and I guess it was her mom giving birth, and it was like this demon thing or something. Like, there was a scene. It was pretty intense. This picture takes place right after that, where she's screaming and the father comes in to check on her. And then there was another scene with this white girl right here, where she is in a convenience store or a grocery store, and like Pennywise is starting to come after her and all this stuff. And so you have two set pieces in there, but for the most part, episode 2 was like, we're establishing these newer characters now. Like we set up the characters that you thought were going to be the main characters. We fucked them, got them out of the way. Now here are the real characters. And they established like the adults and the missions and what they're trying to do. They're investigating what I believe is the alien that is Pennywise that arrived in Derry. What's going on in Derry? We're in the middle of the Cold War. The military is trying to end the Cold War, or at least get the upper hand in the Cold War, and they believe that alien entity is going to help them like end the Cold War. So they're going to try to weaponize that, but they don't know exactly what that is. And then you have the 2 military soldiers that are trying to like find out what that is exactly. Meanwhile, you have the new cast of kids that are like trying to figure it out. It's really the black girl and then the white girl on the left here with the ponytail that's kind of investigating it and trying to figure out what's happening. Then you have the whole the outcome, what's the word I'm looking for? Not the backlash, but the aftermath, rather, of what happened to the children in the movie theaters. The police in Derry trying to investigate like what happened, and of course, the father gets blamed. He owns the movie theater. He works there, whatever. So he gets blamed for it as the fall guy because the one girl does not want to go back to the insane asylum, which she ends up going. The second episode, what's much slower, but it was all the story beats that we wanted. It was setting up the overall plot of the season, meanwhile establishing all these newer characters, their motives and why they're important to the story, and all the different subplots that are going to interweave to come back together as the main plot. It was phenomenal. This is so phenomenal. The way it's written, the way it's directed. My sister-in-law, who does not like horror movies, does not like anything, right? Her and my wife were off from work today, and they're sitting in the dining room. I'm in the living room watching this, and I'm just sitting there, and they're at the dining room table watching this. And after it was over, she looked at me and was like, was that It series? I was like, yeah. She's like, wow. Like, I was invested. Like, that was so interesting. And that's what it is. It's not all about the horror. It's about the great writing, the great character development, the phenomenal acting by all the actors, and having a plot that's interesting enough to carry this forward. When you like HBO just continues to deliver. They just continue to deliver. Like, I can't rave about this show enough. Like, it was one of the shows I'm like, I'll give it a shot and see how it is, but I'll catch it at my own time. Now it's like, how many more days do I got until Sunday so I can watch the next episode? Like, it's that good. If you're someone who's on the fence, it's like, man, I'm not into horror. I'm not into like watching all this stuff. You know, I didn't really like the It movies. I would say just watch it for the character development, right? Like, I would recommend this to my buddy Danny. I don't think he's really into this type of stuff. But if you just want to watch good characters, good storylines, good character development, I think this is a great show for you. This show doesn't hold any punches. It's willing to take risks and is willing to bait and switch the audience in order to hook them and not do it cheaply. Like, they don't do it for no purpose. It's done for a reason, and that's what I really appreciate. Absolutely love this series so far. Only 2 episodes in, and by the way, Pennywise hasn't even shown up yet. Nor do I think he even needs to at any point, because it's just really good. It's just really good. Anyway, I'm done. Thank you, guys. I'm going to go play some Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. If you guys are new to the channel, please do me a favor. Just smash that like and subscribe button. I would appreciate it. Also, once again, guys, if you just do me a favor and actually just go over to my TikTok, man, I would definitely appreciate it. Like I said, it's at RobertStorms84. I will go ahead and put a link to that in the pinned comments below, so you guys can just search it. Go follow that, because I have a lot of stuff over there that's not on the main channel, because YouTube does have restrictions on copyrights and stuff that I can actually post. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. As always, appreciate you, and I'll catch you guys next time. As always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.